Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This demonstration will be performed by the members of the Middlesex University Tai Chi. We practice a form of Yang-style Tai Chi, learned originally from Master Chuan and taught to us by our teacher, Sifu Raymond Ram. The display is designed to demonstrate some of the practical uses of Tai Chi movement. Unlike most styles of martial arts, the movements in Tai Chi forms are open to several interpretations, giving rise to many often subtle variations in technique. All techniques in Tai Chi Chuan, however, rely for their effectiveness on three elements. Firstly, centering, which involves correct posture, coordination, mental calmness, sinking and relaxation. Secondly, application of the keyword principles of Tai Chi Chuan, namely sensitivity, yielding, sticking, neutralizing, and responding. And responding involves both controlling and attacking. And finally, the application of Fa Jing, or explosive internal power. Our aim in this display is to demonstrate each of these elements and how they relate to one another in a few selected techniques. Each technique will be slowly and then at full speed. The first technique is from the commencement of the Lam Tai Chi form. For this variation, a backward step is required, which does not appear in the form. However, the principles remain the same. The defender must have correct posture, coordination, and sinking. Also, he or she must yield to the incoming force and stick close to the opponent in order to neutralize the forward momentum and still be able to respond effectively. In this technique, Fa Jing must be used to bounce away the attacker's grasping arm, then jerk the attacker down, and again to flip the attacker over, rather than applying physical force, which would make the techniques both clumsy and impractical. The second technique displays both ward-off and press. This variation again necessitates a slight change in the order of the movements in the form, with the removal of roll back. All principles are the same as in the first technique. Ward-off is first used to intercept and bounce off the incoming punch. It is most important not to meet force with force, or the defender's balance will be lost. Also, if the attacker is the stronger, the defender would be hit. Ward-off is then used again to uproot and control the attacker before press is applied with Fa Jing to send him away. It is important to stick close to the attacker to neutralize his ability to respond. The third technique forms part of the movement high pat on horse. In this technique, balance and therefore centering are of paramount importance. For without centering, the body will not be stable enough to apply Fa Jing at the appropriate moment. Yielding to the incoming force and sticking to the attacker's arm are also important in order to entangle his force and uproot him. The fourth technique is Fair Lady Works the Shuttles. This movement nicely illustrates the statement in Wang Chengyi's manual, a weighty intrusion on my left is answered by emptying the left, and likewise to the right. The attacker's punch is redirected around the body, which causes him to be uprooted by his own force. Farjing is then applied to send him away. Again, it is most important not to meet force with force. The fifth technique is called flying obliquely. The attacker's punch is redirected to the side and the arm is captured and controlled by sticking. The defender then steps in and uproots the attacker with the application of Farjing. A slight turn and a sinking movement can then be employed to send the attacker crashing to the ground. The sixth technique is a classic variation of the movement turn to position the lotus. As the attacker pushes on the shoulder of the defender in order to disturb his balance before striking him, the defender, due to increased sensitivity, is able to yield to the push, in turn slightly unbalancing his opponent. He immediately traps the attacker's hand and steps around, uprooting it. At the apex of the movement, Farjing is applied to throw the attacker to the floor.